a drain in your front garden, and then go in and out of the toilet, just pouring bleach down or Ajax, and then never know.
XFM. This is XFM. XFM.
Oh, tell that story that you were telling me about your dad when he was driving.
Well, it's just that you were talking about. Well, I mentioned Forest Gump.
Yeah.
And the Forest Gump types. When my dad was when he was a taxi driver.
Yeah.
You used to have to sort of do your bit for the local area.
Oh God.
By taking the Forest Gump people to Blackpool.
Yeah. Is that what they're called now, the Forest Gump people? Is that what the organisations that support them ask for them to be referred to?
A minibus with Life is a Box of Chocolates.com.
Well,
Forest Gump types.
It must be. So you work with these people.
It was
the people with learning difficulties.
And they used to get 5.
Coming home must have been a busman's holiday.
So he got 5 of them in the cab, and he had to go to Blackpool. And 4 of them were really good, behaving themselves, didn't mess about, weren't fighting and stuff. But there was one who was just causing loads of trouble, and he couldn't control him. Oh, and what you've got to be able to do with people like that, you don't want them to get stressed out because it's not good for them. It stresses them out, and you could end up with a bit.
Thanks, Dr. Karl.
You could end up with a bit of a riot on your hands. So he thought, I'll nip this one in the bud right now, and he pulled up just on the outskirts of Blackpool, and he took the one out that was causing problems, and put it in a wheelie bin.
Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry. I apologise.
He did what?
Oh,
he did it for the good of the others. He put it in a wheelie bin. He was having a good time. He thought it was one of the rides.
Can you stop saying it?
Him.
Yeah.
He was having a good time, and once he calmed down, my dad went back and picked him up, and he was fine. He had a good day.
He left him in there the whole time the others were in Blackpool?
No, he left him there, not the whole day, probably about an hour and a half.
In a wheelie bin?
In a wheelie bin.
Why couldn't he get out?
Because, his arms were trapped on the thing. It's one of those...
What, he tied him up?
No, do you know, because he was a big fella, and, he managed to get him in so his arms were down the side like that, so he was a bit trapped.
Wasn't he screaming and crying and stuff?
He was making a bit of noise, but... do you know what I mean?
What you feel served him right?
Well, but anyway, I didn't really want to talk about it. You just brought it up because of Forest Gump.
Did his family know about this? Is this the first time they'd have heard about this?
He didn't get asked to do it again. Because he had another problem similar to it where he had a little minibus, and it was his job to take a load of old women to the bingo hall, and it was miles away. And he took him there. There was no problem. About 10 old women in a minibus.
One of them was causing trouble, so he pulled over it.
No, right. So he took him there. Everything's fine. He dropped him off. They had a lovely night.
Yeah.
Right. They had a lovely night. Won a bit of cash. Coming back, it's a bit of a late night, and they all started moaning at him, going, "I want to be dropped off here. Take me there. I want to be dropped off first. I've got to get up early. Blah blah. My husband's expecting me. I'm already late. Take me here first. Take me there." And he just pulled up in the middle of nowhere. Said, "Get out." And he made them get out, and they all called for taxis. They charged that company who was meant to be taking him home in the minibus, and he got the sack. Jeez. But a similar sort of story. You can't be dealing with it when people don't sort of just calm down and solve the situation.
Yeah.
They're just all like, "I want to be dropped off first. Take me here first." Take me.
Yeah. So he acts like a madman to counter that.
Ricky Gervais film review.
Sure.
Review. Right? Chosen Rain Man.
Rain Man. Okay. Now this has been on TV quite a few times, and it was a multiple Oscar winner.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, right. Rain Man, it's got Tom Cruise in it, and he's all right, he's normal, but he finds out